माझ्या अंदाजान तेंच्यांनी एक जाहिरात घातलेली म्हणून आयकता हांव पेपराचेर
ना घालूं ना
पण ताजे वयर म्हजे कडेन म्हायती कांय ना हांगासर.
Speaker sir, I just want, since Honorable Minister is final kuru sangta, I just want the assurance, the complete detail, because this should not be the precedent for other communities. That is why I have asked whether you will do a complete detailed study and what procedures were followed, and you will be giving instruction to other communities such processes should not be followed, because this land was built for a particular purpose. It was built for Gaonkas. And there were a lot of people who wanted this place, but because they had vested interest, this cellular community is a very community having different reasons. So general public, if Gaonkas are not there, then general public should be invited, and that also should be invited in the form of an auction, which was never followed.
Speaker sir, मान्य करता हे सेरोला कम्युनिटीन बरो ट्रान्सपरंट प्रोसेस केला हो म्हाका दिसता नदरेक येना म्हाजे, पण तरी आसतना हांव चवकशी करूं शकता बाबा हे कितें घडलां पळय तें.
कित्याक चौकशी कर रेटीचेर करूं सर, रेट ऑल्सो, बिकॉज भितरल्यान पयशे दिवन रेटूय तांकां जाय ती रेट दिवन तांकां अलॉट केल्लें आसा. मातशें चौकशी करची.
श्री ग्लेन तिकलो.
स्पीकर सर, म्हाका एकदम बरें दिसता दॅट आमचो पोर्चुगेजचो MLA इज टेकिंग लॉट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इन द सेरोल ऑफ कोमुनिदाद. Keep up the good work.
Sir, Speaker sir, I have general community.
He is not doubting your intention.
I am not doubting.
I am a president of one community, so I know whereabouts of that.
We have a right
Actually,
to ask everywhere in Goa.
Yeah, exactly. So, Speaker sir, my question to Honorable Minister is the Comunidad of Cerula community complex a separate and distinct entity, or is it a subsidiary of the Comunidad of Cerula? And if so, is it a society, association of persons, firm, company, or what, and whether the same is registered under the law? Under which law? And Speaker sir, also I would like to ask the Honorable Minister, what is the amount sanctioned, and whether the contract, allotted the contractor, whether it's there in the administrator office, the contract?
Speaker sir, Comunidad of Cerula is a comunidad. The company knows, the cooperative society knows, under the Registration of Societies Act, कसले कांय घडलेलें ना. ती कोमुनिदादूच खंय वागता. पूण तो प्रोसिजर जो फॉलो करतात पळय तो गव्हर्मेंटाचे अप्रुवल घेवन हितून प्रोसिजर कांय केल्लो ना. म्हणून ताका लागून म्हाका दिसता ही अडचण आहा. कित्याक खंयचेच कडेन म्हाका गव्हर्मेंट अप्रुवल हें फायलेन दिसना. एकूच अप्रुवल घेतलो तेंच्यांनी बिल्डींग बांदपाक. तेज्या नंतर कितें घडलां तें कोणाक खबर ना. म्हणजे बिल्डींग बांदपाक एक अप्रुवल घेतलेलो तेंच्यांनी, तेज्या नंतर अलॉटमेंटाक जावं अलॉटमेंट कशें करपाचें तें आनी कितें म्हणजे ऑक्शन करपाचें, टेंडर करून पब्लिकाक नोटीस काडपाचें तसलें कांय दिसना हांगासर म्हाज्या फायलीन. ताका लागून हितून एक बारीक चवकशी जाल्यारूच कितें तरी कळटलें, नाल्यार कळूंक शकना हांगासर.
Any amount has been sanctioned, Speaker sir? Any amount for that particular complex has been there on record?
No, माझ्या अंदाजान तेंच्यांनी लोकां कडसून पयशे घेवन बांदला अशें दिसता.
Shareholder. Oh, shareholders, Speaker sir.
The shareholders.
What do you want? Shareholder.
We are not shareholder here. shareholder are. shareholder विकते मेळटा.
हय. आमी पयलींचे ओरिजिन.
स्पीकर सर, म्हाका दिसना कोमुनिदान आपले पयशे मोडले म्हणून पयशे घेवन लोकांचे मोडले काय दिसता हांगासर म्हज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे.
श्री रोहन खवटे.
कसं रिपीटेडली आय बीन टेकिंग द सेम काउंट एवरी सिरिला कोमुदाद जी आसा तातूंत म्हजो एकूच प्रश्न आसा ऑनरेबल डेप्युटी CM विच इज नॉट आन्सरिंग. एनी एक्शन बीइंग टेकन, अटॉर्नी बिकम्स द मेजर पार्ट टू डिसायड ऑन एनी ऑफ दीस इश्यूज, करेक्ट? इन मॅनेजिंग कमिटी जनरल बॉडी मिटींग जाता. ही जनरल बॉडी मिटींग केन्ना तरी एप्रिलान जाल्ली तेन्ना दे डिसायडेड ऑल दीस थिंग्स वॉट यू हॅव क्लॅरिफायड. माय ओनली क्वेश्चन इज द सेम कमिटी विच वॉज देर यू ऑल हॅड इश्यूज, तुम्ही इलेक्शन नॅलिफाय एनल केलें, सगळे बानगड्यो केल्यो, नवी कमिटी काडली. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जस्टीस, बट वेन यू आर गोईंग बॅक टू द कोमुनिदाद यू आर द सेम अटॉर्नी सिटींग इन द सेम न्यू कमिटी एज अ अटॉर्नी अगेन. So will the government recognize this particular thing as a fault or take immediate cognizance of this effect? काय जाता ते चलू म्हणून हे हाजे तुम्ही एक्शन घेतले?
स्पीकर सर, माननीय आमदार हेज कम टू ए कन्क्लुजन. तो म्हणटा हे कमिटीचे लोक इन्वॉल्व आहा, चवकशी जावंक ना, इन्क्वायरी जावंक ना. चवकशी करून तर स्थापीत जाता की हे लोक इन्वॉल्व आहा म्हणून तेजेर एक्शन जातली.
पण attorney cannot
ते
come second
अमक्यान
time.
म्हणून तर प्रश्न
Speaker
कांयच
sir,
जायना.
code of कुमुदादी प्रमाणे एक मनीस जो तीन वर्सांक एक टर्म चलयता, he cannot continuously take another term. हातून आमच्या नव्या सरकारान surprisingly has given the same attorney the charge. I don't know the picture behind this. आता निलेशान तुमच्याच मनशान प्रश्न काढला. So what is the base of this? तुम्ही सेम अटॉर्नी घेता, तो आशिल्लोच आता, ताणेच एलोकेशन दिल्ले आसा, आता तुम्ही सेम अटॉर्नीक दवरता. What is the answer you are trying to derive to?
स्पीकर सर, परत माननीय आमदार रोहन खंवटे म्हणटा हें अमक्यान केलां. ती म्हाका खबर ना कोणें केलां पळय तें. तेजी म्हायती कडेन चड आसा येता ताका. ना न्हू. ही मायट बी परफेक्टली रायट. But
हांव डिटेल्स दिता, तुम्ही एक्शन घेतले?
I'll come to know only after inquiry.
No, I will provide the information. तुम्ही डिटेल
आता एक्सटेंशन जे दिला पळय कोमनीदादचे कमिटी, इट इज ओनली टू फॉर्म म्हणजे एबल कॉम्पिटंट लिस्ट हा पळय ते तयार करपाक आनी नवें इलेक्शन घेवपाक. ते टेम्पररी बेसिसार तांकां एक्सटेंशन दिलें.
बिकॉज म्हाका एकूच आसा, हांवें समज इन्फॉर्मेशन दिलें, तुम्ही इमिजिएट एक्शन घेतले?
डेफिनेटली घेवकूच जाय, घेवकूच जाय.
येस, थँक्यू.
फुडलो प्रश्न श्री कार्लोस आल्मेदा.
Because I may be permitted to ask question number 6A.
Speaker, sir, answers as per cycle sir.
Speakers, I would like to know from the minister who is the owner of the land where all the tanks are there and what is the area they are occupying.
Speaker, sir, माझी माहिती प्रमाणे the Indian Oil Corporation Limited is having 13 tanks in the Vasco areas, which are all operational. As to the 8 tanks of Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, only 6 are in operational condition. Total 19 tanks are operational. With regards to shifting of all petroleum tanks, it may be stated here that in the year 2009, the then Minister for Revenue had elected to the Union Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister, proposing shifting of Indian Oil Corporation petroleum tank from Vasco da Gama, citing example of a disaster which occurred to fire in Indian Oil Petroleum Depot at Jaipur, Rajasthan in the year 2009. Speaker, sir, ही जमीन जी आहा पळय ती माझ्या अंदाज, I'll just give you the information. म्हाका एक minute.
Because another question I would like to ask the minister is, these tanks, when they were installed, and whether any new tanks were installed in the last 5 years.
Speaker, sir, a specific question विचारी जाल्यार उत्तर दिवपाक बरोबर जाता. This is relating to Indian Oil Corporation. तेंचे जागा, तेंचे टँक बांदपाचें काम, रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंटाची परमिशन तांकां लागना. उत्तर दिता ताका हांव. म्हाका आनी कितें प्रश्न विचार.
Another question, Speaker, I would like to ask the minister, when was land and permission given to Indian Oil tanking? And what is the purpose to give that additional land for them?
Speaker, sir, हे डिटेल तर प्रश्न विचारता तांकां डिटेल उत्तरां दिवपाक बरें जाता. पूण हे सप्लिमेंटरीचेर प्रश्नाचेर उत्तरां दिवपाक खूब कठीण जाता. कितें सगळी म्हायती म्हाजे कडेन सप्लिमेंटरी नासता ही. तेजे मेन प्रश्न विचारीत जाल्यार तुका अंदाज येता की number of tanks, number of operational tanks, and whether the government has any plans to shift. ऑपरेशन आहा. हेजेर हांव उत्तर दिवं शकता. आतां जमीन कोणाची आसली, कोणेन एडिशनल जमीन तांकां दिल्या, केन्ना, here it has to be a separate question asked in writing so that I can give a specific answer. हे म्हाका oral supplementary दिवपाक खूब कठीण जाता. Anyway, I'll give him the information.
Because this, like answer number C, like whether the government has any plans to shift all the tanks with the details. Now the minister concerned has said that this is a matter under scrutiny of the government. But I'm saying no. It is because additional land was given to Zuari Indian Oil Tanking Limited, and the tanks were shifted went to Sankwal. Now see, if tanks are shifted to Sankwal, why are these tanks still operating in Vasco? And Speaker, sir, I would just like some assurance that see, as he said, that it's under scrutiny. See, these tanks in Vasco have to be shifted, as Minister himself said regarding that fire in the refinery in Jaipur. And these tanks have to be shifted from Vasco. So like some sort of assurance whether minister can give or even chief minister can give that these tanks will be shifted like from Vasco.
Because sir, your tank ha by the shift करपाची गरज आहा. There is no dispute regarding that. आता हे केन्ना करपाचें आनी केन्ना जातलें पळय तें this matter is under scrutiny of the government. म्हणजे म्हाका दिसता हे करपाचें आवश्यक आहा. म्हणजे it's very much necessary to shift the tanks. It is very important, very urgent also. But the government will take a decision on this.
Nilesh Cabral.
To ask, Kallus Baban, Honorable MLA Kallus has already asked, but I was under the impression that tanks were shifted in ZOATL. Company HPCL has shifted, but still operations are still continued there. Whether action will be taken to stop that, that is what I am asking. Because ZOATL and permission they are in 10-12 tank area. So why they have to keep operation in both the places? When the suitable land was given, permission was given to ZOATL, pipeline was laid from the tankering outstation vessels coming to the port, and the full pipeline is laid up to ZOATL in Zuari. So if this has already been done, why they are still operating in Vasco?
Because Mr. Nilesh Cabral has raised a very pertinent question. दुसरेकडे जागा दिल्या आणि दुसरेकडे तो टँक बांधल्या दोन्हीकडे कित्याक काम करता पळय ते दोन्हीकडे टांक्यो कित्याक वापरतात पळय त्यो पूण म्हाका माहिती ना दोन्हीकडे वापरतात की ना पळय त्यो पूण चवकशी करून हे पन्ने जाग्यार टांक्यो बंद करपा जाय त्यो इतके गरजेचें काम आहा तें मान्य करता हांव तें करून घेता
Shri Movinder.
Because sir, Honorable Minister has replied that shifting of the tanks is under consideration of the government. As and when possible, government will think of it. I simply want to make one statement here, Speaker sir. Where will those tanks ultimately go? It is a big requirement which by every passing day, every passing year, requirement is keeping on increasing. Where will you shift them? For some time, some tanks were shifted in my erstwhile constituency, that is at Sankwal. There was so much of pollution there that entire thing, water came down, wells were polluted. You can't help it. Rather, what should be the thing what government should think of doing or aim to do is have the world-class safety measures taken so that there is no disaster in the waiting in the city of Vasco da Gama. If you give an assurance that you will shift them either today, tomorrow, day after, it is going to be as good as no assurance. You will not be able to do it. No government will be able to do it because there simply isn't any place to shift them. Because if you go in the adjoining constituencies, I will make a noise. If I go further, Honorable Minister will make a noise, her constituency. So who wants the tanks? Nobody wants the tank. It's like garbage plant. People are not allowing. So don't give assurances. Say instead you will take world-class safety measures to see that the interest of the citizen is protected. Simply don't give assurances which you cannot do. According to me, it cannot be done.
Because sir, assurance खंयच्या बाबतीन दिल्ले ते सांगता हांव जे कडेन दुसरे कडेन जागा दिल्ली आहा शिफ्टिंग आहा थंयसर शिफ्टिंग करून तेंच्यांनी घेवपा जाय आनी शिफ्टिंग तर केलां जाल्यार पयले जाग्यार बंद करपा जाय हो एक विशय जालो दुसरो विशय पळय जो आतां काडला पळय तो की हेजे फुडें शिफ्ट करपाक खूब कठीण मान्य केलें लॉजिस्टिकली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल लागशिल्ल्या परिसरान जागा ना जावं जागा आसल्यार सिवील सोसायटी ऑब्जेक्शन घेता पूण प्रश्न आहा कितें सेफ्टी मेजर्स वाडोवपाक जाय जावं जाग्यार घालपाक जाय हे काळजी घेवपाकूच जाय
तुमकां हातून IOC कडेन उलोवचें पडटलें इन दॅट मॅटर फुडलो प्रश्न श्री प्रताप सिंग राणे
Speaker sir, question number 7A.
Speaker sir, answer as per cyclo style.
Whatever the earlier government may have failed, why don't you, because you came with me, you are world-class consultant and all that is all right. This site already exists there. You have invested money. May I know, Mr. Speaker, from the Minister, how much money has gone into this project?
Speaker sir, माझ्याकडे उत्तर ना पण असं दिता तुमका दुसरो विचार
फुडले विचार
You should know this because I asked you a specific question.